Good evening, all you racing fans out there, and welcome to the Friday evening event of our Redline Racing League. This is the Silver Division on Friday evening, and we will kick off the new season. We already did in the other few leagues. In RRC, we race Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And Friday, as it is the last day in the week, this is the last season opener of the RRC. And the Friday event goes by as the real life calendar, the real life that would have been in 2020 if we didn't see pandemics. So we will start the season in Australia. So let's have a short look at the rules we race today and the rest of the season. We see a 18 minutes qualifying followed by a 50% race distance. That should be, I think, 29 laps in Melbourne. We see dynamic weather and full damage, strict corner cutting, and a manual race start. Further, the assists traction control up to medium, and the gearbox is manual. The pit assist both are off, means you have to maintain the right velocity when entering the pit lane on your own. You have to do it manually, and you have to manually start after the tire change. And here a short look at the track. This is the Albert Park circuit in Melbourne, the southern parts of the town centre of Melbourne. A non-permanent racetrack, so it's actually used by everyday traffic, and the track is 5.3 kilometers long, features 16 turns, and the lap record of 124.1 dates back to the living legend Michael Schumacher from 2004. Yeah, we will sadly not see a complete full grid here today. We'll probably not reach the 20, but nevertheless, this will be a great race, a cool event to kick off the season. Let's have a look who is in here tonight. Our host is Gavla at the moment, then Tristan, one of the admins of the RRC, and Big Maka. I see him already the second time this week. Likewise to Tirash and Supersty. And yeah, let's see how the guys will get the season started, who will get it done on the right foot. And we will go to the pit lane in just a moment. We are a minute over the time, so maybe we are still waiting for someone to check in late, and I will be with you in just a bit. So with these pictures we are heading towards the racing track. This is the parking lot that we run through in Sector 2, beginning of Sector 2. And especially, yeah, here's the pic again of the parking lot. Funny thing actually, if you consider that the parking lot is a once per year Formula 1 racetrack. Australia, who has featured the beginning of the season in the last years, dating back until 1997, and 2020 was the first year since 97 where Australia did not host the season starter, and it will not be again in 2021. We have heard about that already. Australia, not sure how things will be COVID-wise, so the Melbourne race is rescheduled back to sometime in autumn. I think it's in November then. So while we see the first drivers going out on the track, let's get in some more information that we will need. It's only Tirash who has opted to try his first hot lap on mediums. Everyone else has started on softs already. That's an important thing because the top 10 qualifiers have to start on the set they have qualified on. So if you can start on mediums, that will probably be a little bit of an advantage. About race strategy, there was a Renault, that's Durant, who is running in the grass. Okay, why not? Renault obviously can be a pretty good lawn mower too. Yeah, Durant in a bit of problems here. The Renault with number 27. 27, the number of Nico Hülkenberg. Oh! It seems like Durant hasn't been practicing the track that much. So here he's back to the pits. No first hot lap for him. Not at the moment. Let's have a look who might be on the first hot lap. Who's at the beginning of his hot lap? So let's maybe stay with Puppy Jr. at the moment for the first hot lap to get a bit of a feeling for the track. So the start finish straight, one of the 3 DRS zones. Second one is coming up right here after turn 1 and 2. Here the rear wing is split, and here we are on the parking lot again. End of sector 1. End of sector 1 will come up at the end of this short straight here. There it is. Another long turn here, long right-hander, flat out though. Right-hander here, then a left-hander that is taken with full throttle. And a very fast turn combination here, hard to take, especially the second one. it's rather easy to throw away your car as it's very light on the rear, especially when racing with medium traction control only. And the last left-right turn combination, the last right-hander is a rather vicious one. You can lose a lot of time there, especially here in the qualifying. And Puppy Jr. will post the second best time of qualifying thus far. He's 1.7 tenths behind RDV. The two guys who try the first hot lap on mediums, Tirash and Gafla, will probably not stick to these tires. Those lap times are rather not competitive. It seems like Puppy is right on the second flying lap again. Yes, he's improving himself by 2.5 tenths. Oh, and he has probably thrown it away here a bit too far on the left side. Let's see if he will abort the lap. He's driving it to the end. And he barely improved himself, 0.5 tenth. This is uncommon. Having 2 hot laps in a row is uncommon because you need to take a little bit more gasoline with you when initially going out. And second, if Puppy Jr. should qualify himself into the top 10 on this set, he needs to start the race on that set of softs. And then he will have used it already by 2 hot laps, so including an in and an out lap, it's already 4 laps on this tire. And usually you try to preserve the starting set as much as you can. But okay, we will see how this will go down the wire for him. Still no lap times from Big Maka, Durant and Puppy. They are in the pit lane, they are in their each garage. Oh no, Big Maka is now ruled on an outlap. Let's stay with him for the moment. So he's still on the out lap. While he's warming up, let's have a short look at Tristan, who is on his first flyer, likewise to ice streams. So with one eye I watch Big Maka when he has finished his out lap. Until then, let's stick to the guys on hot laps. Tristan here at the end of sector 2, and I think Ice Dreams was a little bit fast at the end of sector 2. Let's see how those two guys will be ranked after their each first hot lap. Where does the clock time stop for Ice Dreams? 5th position, 122.7, and Tristan is behind him in 7th position. And now again back to Big Maka. There he is. Oh, he has invalidated his lap time. He exceeded the track limits or cut a corner somewhere. You can see that on the red color of the track map on the right hand side. Oh, and there was some debris flying off. And it looked like Renault. Yes, it is. It's Durant again. Oh, he's running in circles here, so that's cool for the virtual audience right next to him, of course. But this is not how you have a good start of your season. Second time he has to abort his hot lap. But okay, still 8 minutes to go, so still enough time to get another set of fresh tires. The last set, I think. Everyone has 1 set of mediums and 3 sets of softs if they have the medium tire combination for the race weekend. There is one Ferrari going out of his garage. That's either... yeah, it's got to be Jack Blun, I think. Yes, it is. There he is. Number 2, red number 2. So everyone who posted a time was within a 2 seconds window except Jack Blun, but 2 seconds is actually not that much, so the whole grid within 2 seconds, that's rather good, speaks for itself and shows the quality of the drivers, that they are all of them more or less on a similar level. So while Blun is on an outlap, Durant is trying again. So there he is again. Let's stay with him for a moment as we still have 6.5 minutes left. Let's have a look how he will perform this time. He and Puppy, the only guys who did not set a time yet, but Puppy is already on a hot lap. Oh, he is not. He is not. He crashed, and this is right here. He crashed into the wall. Probably he lost his car on acceleration. So Puppy will be in last position for the race start. That's already safe to say. And Durant has corner cutted on his outlap, but it did not invalidate the hot lap likewise. Sometimes, depending how late you do it, you erase the next lap time automatically too, but he didn't here. Here he is on the parking lot. And still the front wing is intact, so it's a good sign for him. Let's see where the sector time will stop. 27.6 is not that bad. Let's see if he can stay within 49 seconds at the end of sector 2. Yeah, he is under the 50 mark, so he is virtually on the same level, somewhere around Ice Streams or Jack Blun. Last sector, the place where he spun the last 2 times, and woohoo, almost again. Just barely caught the rear of his Renault, and the time will stop at 1:23.5. So he's in 13th position, 1.5 seconds behind the leader. So Big Macca is the only one at the moment who is outside the 2 seconds window. So Papi Junior is not on a hot lap anymore. He improved for a good time in second place, but just barely not enough to attack the pole. And with 3:17 left, I think his quali is rather over. He's very cautiously crawling back to the pits to keep the degradation of his tires as low as possible. And then he will not have enough time to jump on new tires and go out again, while we see a new pole setter. That's iStreams. There he is. 4/10 faster than Gafla in his hot lap before. He will not have enough time for another hot lap too, so the 2 Renault and Papi Junior, the 2 Renault and the 2 McLaren are finished for the qualifying. What's Big Macca doing? Let's stay with him for a moment, and afterwards we will have a close eye on the pole race. Big Macca is not improving himself, so this does not look good for him. Seems like he is glued to the 14th position. Last starting row for him. And let's have a look what our pole runners, pole contenders are doing. Gavla at the end of sector 1 here. Barely improving, 83 thousandths, but that is not enough to get the pole back from iStreams. And he has spun here. Very nice donut from Gavla, and this is it for his qualifying. Gavla will finish maximally in P2. That depends what RDB and Monopono will do. Maybe Shaps too. Where is he? There he is. The Red Bull. Already in sector 3. Let's stay with him for a short moment. Tirash is finished too. Big Macca is finished. Where will the clock stop for Shaps? It will be a 1 minute 21.3. The pole position! Shaps late push ahead in prime position for him. So the next one to watch, RDV. He is running on mediums and is not improving himself. Invalid lap time for him. Monopono has just started his hot lap, so he barely got over the clock before it hit zeros. It does not look fast. It seems like he has already aborted his lap very early. So there's only Tristan maybe left. What's he doing? He is not improving himself. The Ferrari behind him. It's not Jack Blonde. It's Gavla. I think Gavla is on an in-lap. I suppose Gavla would be finished already. Maybe he will do another hot lap. He does. He will finish the lap. And he improves himself, but not enough to jump ahead. Monopono is finished. Super Steve finished. Tristan is finished too. So this is it for the qualifying. Congratulations to our pole setter in the Red Bull. That's Shops 1. So this is the final grid, the starting grid for the race. Shops in 1, Ice Dreams, Gavla in 3, Papi Junior in 4, RDV 5th, Monopono 6, Super Steve in 7, Tristan in 8, Charlie in Japan in 9, Tirash in 10, Jack Blun 11, Jake Healy 12, Durant in 13, Big Maca 14, and no time set for Papi. So these are the last moments, the last minute maybe, where the drivers can still change a little things about their setup, and the session timer will tick down soon. I will step aside for a moment. Yeah, I was talking to you a few minutes and didn't recognize that my microphone was still turned off. So here we are again. I was telling you guys to have a look at about the tires. We have 2 guys starting on mediums. The rest is on softs. And the 5 red lights are on. The first race of the Silver Division. Here we go. A rather clean start by everyone. Streams attacking Shops, but he stays in front and behind. Behind everything went rather cleanly. Looks quite good. Late attack here from Jack Blun. And this worked against Puppy. Ooh, Haas drifting there. Like so often. Oh, there was a collision from an Alfa Romeo. Who was it? Who was it? I'm searching for the Alfa that has a damaged front wing there. Maybe it was Charlie in Japan. Yeah, we see the tire strategy presented by the Amazon Web Services. We will see maybe a one-stop race, soft to hards and medium to hards. That's very likely the most common strategy here today. Oh, and a big collision, big crash in the background, an Alpha Tauri standing on the start finish line. Oh, and this is bad luck. Just, what is it, 10-20 meters behind the pit entry. So Tristan will have to do a full lap with damaged front wing. Oh, this is really evil. This is double bad luck for him. But the race is not over yet, still a lot of laps to go for him. We see Jakey Lee, that was the Alfa Romeo I was searching, who had some issues and needed a new nose. He will now hustle behind the field, try to get closer to the others and hoping for a safety car phase so that he can close up to his racing mates. And in the front, nothing changed, at least for the first three guys. Let's have a short look about the position change on the start. The top 5 did not change positions. Super Steve, the only one who had a jump ahead, and we see the first safety car phase. Jack Blun is out. Jack Blun is out. He crashed right here in the middle of the track. Very likely he lost his car on acceleration, and this is just what I mentioned. This is the safety car phase Jackie Lee and Tristan will probably have hoped for. A lot of guys pitting now in front of them, and Tristan does so too. He needs a new nose. So a lot of guys have stopped for mediums. Durant and Charlie in Japan have opted for hards. Tristan received a penalty too. With the Michael Schumacher Legacy helmet. And so Tristan is in last position, but he will close up to the guys ahead as soon as safety car Q is intact. The top 4 did not stop. Shaps, Gavla, Puppy, and then crawling up Big Mucker did not stop. I'm not sure if that was not maybe a mistake, because all those guys behind them will be able to run a lot longer, and the field is packed close together now. And then in a few laps later, but to some time they will have to stop, and they will lose a lot of positions then. But okay, we will see how everything will go ahead in the next minutes. So gives me a bit of time to repeat some of those things I wanted to say in the installation lab when I didn't recognize that my microphone was still off. What I wanted to say is that we still have a few seats available, so if you guys are interested to participate in the Redline Racing community in the future, just let us know. Just visit our homepage. The link is on this video, just under the video, or shoot me a mail here on YouTube, and we probably could need some new drivers, especially the fact you see there is no pink car, there is no Racing Point car in the grid here tonight. And that's not because we don't like the color pink, that is just because there is no full-time Racing Point driver in our silver division on Friday Night Racing. So in case you should watch this and are interested, just let us know. And the safety car will be in this lap. That means that in the last sector, Shops is now dictating the pace. He is warming up his tires here still, then he will go very slow, will crawl over the circuit, and all of a sudden will pick up the pace and try to shake off Gavlar. Let's see when this will happen. He has picked up the pace now. So Gavlar is away a little bit, just enough that he cannot attack him. Puppy is closer to Gavlar than Gavlar is to Shops. And then behind him Big Maka, but all of those guys are not in a position to attack. Ice Dreams maybe is, and we already have another yellow. No, already vanished, so no bigger issue there. Again, some yellow behind us. I think there was a Renault in some troubles, but has already vanished again. So Ice Streams is close to Big Maka. Big Maka is losing gap on Puppy ahead. Interesting fact, Ice Streams on his mediums can go faster than Big Maka on his softs. Oh, Maka bit in the dirt here. So Maka is struggling, he is fighting. Definitely on the limit, and Ice Streams will attack him here. No DRS yet, but he will get ahead still, and here we see Puppy overtaking Gavlar. So 2 position changes here in 1 lap after the safety car. Still this lap, and then DRS will be enabled. Didn't see DRS at all, as we had this early safety car phase just when DRS was activated. And RDV is close to Big Maka and has shot him off the track. Oh, big collision there! Big collision there! Oh. Big Maka is out. Big Maka is out of the race. And here's already the second safety car phase. Ooh, that was a hard situation. Ice Dreams shot Big Maka off the track, and he then crashed into the wall and into some other driver behind. Was it RDB? Was it Puppy? I don't know, but we will see if any of them will need a new nose here soon. So first have a look, let's have a look. Yes, Shups into the pits here and he misses the pit entry. Oh my goodness, he has missed the pit entry. This will be a big disadvantage for him in the end. Hui, he will lose his lead due to that maneuver. There is Papi Junior, he does not need a new nose. Papi went through. Who else is in the pits? Jake Keeley, no, it's Papi Junior again. Gavla, fresh mediums. Ice Dreams, fresh hearts. Charlie in Japan. RDV, fresh hearts. Super Steve was in the pits too from fresh hearts now, so they might already try to run through. Super Steve, RDV, Ice Dreams on fresh hearts. They might make it through the race on this set of rubber. And Shups missed the pit entry. That was evil. That was an evil moment for him, and I am very sure he is monstrously angry. Either he's racing on a controller pad or on a wheel. He has very much likely bitten it apart. Let's see if he will enter the pits now, or if he will run through on this set again. If he will pit in, he will be last position then. Yeah, and the just DNF'd Big Mucker is furious. I can read that in the group chat. Ah, Shaps goes through. So he tries to stay on this set of softs longer now. Big Mucker is furious, and McNally by real life name. And I can understand that. I totally can understand. I'm very sad for him. He was fighting, he was on the limit, yes. But he was more or less shot off the track. So I can understand his fury, but well. Season is still long. 21 races left to make this one up. So the safety car will probably be ruled in at the end of this lap. I would like to say 8 laps, and we've already seen Bernd Mailänder twice. Ah, Papi is aggressive. Papi is showing himself. Of course, he's not allowed to overtake Shups, but yes, safety car in. But Papi wants Shups to know that he's there. And yeah, as we still have a moment, let's have a short look about the penalties that are already handed out. +5 for Papi, +5 T-Rush and Papi Junior, and then a bunch of +3s for Durant, for Jake Lee, and twice for RDV. So not the biggest numbers, but that will be a topic to watch towards the end of the race. So second restart for Shups. He has picked up the pace, and Papi is rather close. Monopono had a bit of a problem while accelerating, but Durant is far away from him. Durant totally missed the restart there. and will soon be under attack from Tristan. Tristan, who was in last position in the first lap and is back to 4th or 5th. And there, the field is close here, of course. Jakey Lee already attacking T-Rush here on the inside with his fresh softs. He has a better grip, but now lost 2 positions as he was too eager on the attack. And what's going on in front of him? A lot of racing action here. Wheel to wheel ahead from T-Rush and Puppy Jr. Oh, T-Rush here in the dirt. Dangerous situation for him. We see yellow in sector 3. Yellow in sector 3. What happened there? The next safety car as Ice Streams and RDV collided, and those two guys are out. So lap 9, and this is the 3rd safety car. T-Rush very lately deciding to get into the pit lane. And who pitted this time? Shops made it happen this time. Monopono, Fresh Hearts will go through. Puppy, Fresh Hearts will go through. Jakey Lee, Fresh Hearts will go through. Puppy Jr., Fresh Hearts. Fresh Softs then for T-Rush and Charlie in Japan. And all of a sudden, Durant is leading the race in front of Tristan. How strange can things be sometimes? Bernd Mailänder now with the... He's now the leader again, so he has more leading laps than any driver of us yet. And Durant! Oh my goodness, Durant has touched the safety car and maybe has picked up a front wing damage. Haha, yes. There is a end plate missing. Haven't seen that in a long time. Haven't seen that actually since Romain Grosjean. So Durand will probably come into the pits and get himself a new nose. So he has... yeah, rather thrown away this one set of hard tires he has. Could not make it happen like others will do, who will try to go through the rest of the race on his sets of hards. There he is in the pits. Tristan now the leader, who crashed in the barrier right here on the start-finish straight. Puppy Jr. collected a 5 seconds penalty for corner cutting behind the safety car. Come on guys, what's wrong? Cannot cut the turn behind the safety car. He's in and already serves the penalty. Fresh softs. He has thrown away his one set of hards likewise. But okay, if we see a safety car every 3 laps, he will have a chance for multiple pit stops still in the rest of this race. So Durant has decided to step out of his car. He is out. DNF likewise. That means we have 10 drivers left, and every one of the drivers who will reach the end of the race will be granted a point. And Tristan the leader now. Tristan is the one making the pace in the last sector. He will pick up the pace now and try to run away from Gavla. He could, at least enough to not be attacked. Maybe Super Steve will attack Gavla here. Not yet. But he's close on his heart. Tristan, 9 laps old mediums, so... Oh, there's a late attack on the inside from Shabs. Shabs, who's trying to reacquire his lead. Welcome back in P3 already. There's some racing action in the background going on. Tirash, Shakily and Papi are close. Threesome fighting group for P6 in the end. Late attack from Tirash. Ooh, this did not work cleanly. But he pushed through and puts Shakily in at the mercy of Charlie in Japan. And he got through rather easily. And Shakily in the gravel and lost another position. So Shakily lost half his positions here in actually just 3 turns. And here we are back in the top trio. Shops, Gavla, Tristan. They are all rather close to each other. They are all on the same tire, even though Tristan's mediums are already a lot older. And maybe if there's no havoc here in this lap, we will maybe see the first DRS attacks in the next lap. A bit of dirt for Gavla and Shabs likewise, but every one of them stayed alive. Gavla is close to Tristan. It looks like Gavla is more able to attack Tristan than Shabs to attack Gavla. No DRS yet. This would be a DRS zone just by next lap if there is not yet another crash. And behind them is Super Steve, not that far away, but unable to attack, not in striking distance. Tristan sliding a bit in the last turn. And this is the new leader, Gavla. Tristan maybe already countering. No, not yet. Ferrari is fast on the straight, and then they crash into each other. Gavla first in the wall and then ran into Tristan. Wing damage for at least one of them, rather 2 of them. Shabs pushing ahead of the injured Alpha Tauri. Gavla having front wing damage likewise. And then there's Super Steve and Tirash. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? A lot of racing action, bit of pushing and shoving. And Super Steve will attack. No, not yet. But now, due to the lower front wing downforce of Tristan, Super Steve got through, and Monopono did so too. Gavla late lunge, but he will go into the pits together with Tristan here soon. And we have a VSC, Virtual Safety Car, Tirash is out. Tirash will not be able to finish the race. He has kissed the wall in Sector 2. Tristan overtook Gavla here in the pit entry like Sebastian Vettel did some years ago. New nose, new fresh mediums for him. Papi Junior, new nose, new mediums. Gavla just the same. New nose, new mediums. Whew. Lot of stuff going on. Charlie in Japan has picked up a drive-through penalty, speeding under VSC. And here we are back with our leader. He wasn't mistake-free, but he was able to make all of his mistakes up thus far, and he is in the lead and has crawled away by 3.4 seconds from Super Steve, who is maybe under attack from Mono Pono soon. Woohoo, Super Steve is struggling here a lot in the last two turns. Mono Pono DRS activated, but no chance for an attack. And behind him, the puppy, the McLaren puppy. So those three guys are more or less close to each other. Everyone in the DRS window of each other, and there was pit stop from Charlie in Japan. Let's have a look about the amounts of pit stops yet. I think that they have been rather a lot yet. For some guys, 4 stops already for Charlie and Papi Junior. That means with 16 laps under our belt, those guys have stopped every 4 laps. Not bad, not bad. It's quite a big average. Reminds me of some Monaco race just a few days ago I was broadcasting. And Schaps in the lead. Now as we have a few laps without safety car and we get in a bit of a race rhythm, Schaps seems to control this race now. And Mono Pono 4 tenths behind Super Steve. Not in striking distance. One of the reasons for that is committing these kind of acceleration mistakes. And all of that more or less helps Schaps to pull away even further. Gavla, maybe the loser of the latest action. He has dropped back to P7, is here close to Tristan. Tristan then with a big gap to Jake Lee ahead. So that means if there isn't another safety car, what is really possible to happen, this is the best thing to achieve for Tristan or Gavla, as they are probably unable to close this gap, this big gap, within just 12 laps, as mentioned, except there is another safety car. So the race is taking a little bit of a breather after the intense starting phase. Shops has crawled away by 6.5 seconds, and Monopono is still in the DRS window of Super Steve, but just unable to get close enough to finally attack him. Monopono the only one who is in a DRS window. Everyone else is over the 1 second mark to the guy ahead. Uh-oh, Super Steve, little bit of an acceleration mistake here in the last turn, but still Monopono not close enough to attack. Super Steve has troubles accelerating here, and let's talk about the tire situation. Monopono might be one of them who could be able to go through on this set of hards. Could be able, but Super Steve, I doubt that Super Steve could make it through the race on this hards. His tires are 3 laps older already than those from Super Steve. From Monopono, of course. And Shops needs to stop again. He definitely has to. And if Super Steve goes into the pits, Monopono does not, and Shops has to, then Monopono will be our race leader very late in the race and could win this match. You always see Super Steve sliding a lot at turn entry and exit. It's just incredible that Monopono is just unable to get close enough to him to attack him. But maybe here on the parking lot, almost as close as if they would share a parking space. But not again. Not again. Let's have a look at the penalties really quick. It's more or less the same for the leaders, +3 for Shops and Monopono, +6 for Super Steve. So Monopono will get ahead anyway, but as I expect, Super Steve will have to pit, so Monopono will overtake him anyway, and here is the overtake! Super Steve is out of the race. He has lost a wheel when kissing the walls. We saw him struggling a lot on acceleration in almost every turn exit, and this time it was too much, and here is his wrecked Mercedes. We see a pit stop here from Jakey. He will finish the race on, I would guess, softs if he has a set left. No. He decided to finish the race on fresh mediums. That's okay too. And attack here on the outside from Puppy Jr. This should work. Should work. Did work. So Jake Lee, when exiting the pit lane, did not have a chance to really defend himself. Was pushed into Ooh, the duel right on the pit lane exit. And with his fresher tires, he might have a chance to counter the attack and get his position back if he can stay in the DRS window, what he is out of right now. And we see Gavla in the DRS window of Tristan due to the DNF of Superstea. They got ahead by a position. And half a second the gap, but he cannot get closer. It's not in striking distance, maybe on the second part of the DRS zone. Here he gets closer to Tristan, but not close enough to try an attack. And Shaps still did not stop, so if he doesn't soon, he might want to try to go through on this set. And I cannot believe that this should work. His mediums would be, how old? 19 laps in the end or something. And I cannot believe that mediums could hold up that long. Oh, still no stop for him. Shaps seems like he wants to risk it. There's actually no reason to wait any longer. And Gavla has come ahead. Gavla overtook Tristan, and here's the counter attack on the inside. Tristan has cut inside, and now Gavla will be given the DRS activation here. Red wing is split. Puppy Jr. not far away either. Does he attack here? No, he does not. He waits for the second part of the DRS zone. This one. Tristan defending himself. No chance for an attack for Gavla. So Tristan, not a bad idea to counter to attack Gavla there. I expected Gavla to be stronger on the counter attack, but nope, he did not. And meanwhile, Puppy Jr. has come close too. So this could turn into a threesome battle for P4. Ooh, Puppy almost threw it away at the exit of turn 12. Shaps did still not stop, so he will really try to go through on this medium. Wow, let's see if that will work. And ahead, now Tristan defending himself already very early. Does Gavla attack? No, not yet. Gavla wants to wait again for the end of the second DRS zone. Tristan defending Gavla on the outside. And wheel-to-wheel action. Tristan going wide here. Threesome battle. This cannot work. You cannot go wheel-to-wheel through these turns. Tristan stayed ahead and Gavla lost the position to Puppy Jr. This is a foursome battle here now, as Jake Healy came closer to them because of their intense fighting. Ooh, Jake Healy, don't throw it away, don't throw your chances away. And ahead, the next attack, Puppy against Tristan on the outside, wheel-to-wheel action. Strong racing between these guys, that was a good one. And Gavla attacking Tristan again like he did already a few times. And it worked, and Jake Healy spun. Just what I mentioned earlier, what he should not do, that he did do, and lost his front wing. Will need a new one here. and will lose P7 maybe if Charlie in Japan can be fast enough. Let's see what's going on in our fighting group. Puppy now in 4th, Puppy Junior it is. Puppy 3, Puppy Junior 4, Gavla then 5, Tristan 6. That's a bit evil for Tristan as he lost multiple positions within actually just one lap. And Tristan is not able to match the pace of Gavla. Tristan is about to slip out of the DRS window. 1.1, 1.0. And now he's in. Here's the DRS detection, and he barely got himself into the DRS window of Gavla. But that will not give him a real advantage because Gavla is DRS equipped likewise. So they both can just try to stay close to Puppy Junior. Intense corner cutting. So we know why we have a bunch of penalties given now. And now he's out of the DRS window. Gavla is not. No news for the podium trio, so we can easily stay with this fighting group here. But it's actually just a duel anymore. Tristan has dropped back too much. Tristan will not be able to get back in the fight for P5 of 4. So this will go down as a fight between Gavla and Puppy Junior for P4. Meanwhile, Jake Lee has spun again. He caused a yellow in sector 3. Now he's in last position. Yellow in sector 1. A red car. Can only be Charlie or Jake Lee. And what's Gavla doing? Unable to get closer to Puppy here. Not in striking distance yet. Oh, Jake Lee in serious troubles. Yeah, well, he is lapped now at least once. He just somehow has to get through the race, and he will still be granted 4 points for P8. And I have to admit, I am very impressed by Shaps, who is still running on his very old mediums. His mediums have the same age now as Monopono and Puppy's hearts. So, didn't expect that. I mentioned it already earlier. Big respect to him. While Gavla almost lost his car. And Tristan did so too. So maybe some car lost a bit of oil there, as it looked very slippery there at the end of turn 13, I think. 12 or 13. So 2 laps remaining. Let's have a look at the penalty situation at the moment. The front runners, it's no topic for them, both +3, Puppy then a +9, but that's not a big problem too, as he has a big gap and his teammate has a +8 likewise. No penalty for Gavla, only driver left in the grid who does not have a penalty in the backpack. Tristan +6, but that's not a topic likewise. And Charlie in Japan and Jake Lee have other problems to worry about, rather their penalties. And we will enter the final lap of the first race of the new season in our silver division. And Shups will bring it home. I would like to see the life of his mediums. They got to be bloody red. He might have multiple warnings on his tire situation, but in the end that's all unimportant because he made it happen, he made it through. He started in pole position, then dropped back as he committed 2 pit stop mistakes, and still he was able to fight through the grid. Did not commit a mistake again afterwards, and in the end absolutely fully deserved this first victory of the season. Two turns left for him to see the checkered flag. And this will be the race win for the Red Bull of Shups 1. Congratulations to the Red Bull team. Mono Pono then, with a big gap, will finish in second. There it is. Puppy and Puppy Junior will finish in P3 and 4. Good result for the McLaren team likewise. Gavla will bring it home, the only one who is not given a penalty. Congratulations on that too. Oh, and that made Gavla being 4th. The penalty of Papi Junior made Gavla 4th position. He's the one we will finish the race with. Driver of the day, the Puppy, who has managed to crawl ahead onto the podium. And this is the champagne and a lot of liquids there for Adrian Newey. Again, a bit of portion of champagne for Adrian Newey. And this is the final result after penalties. Shups has won the race in front of Mono Pono and Puppy. Then in 4th, Gabla, Puppy Jr. 5th, Tristan 6th, Charlie in Japan 7th, and Shakily has more or less seen the checkered flag. Everyone else did not finish. This is Dio, Tirash, Durant, Ice Dreams, RDV, Big Maka, and Jack Blun in last position. Yeah, I wouldn't go so far to say that this has been a great or classy race. This has been a mixture of Formula 1 and Wreckfest. Nevertheless, we've seen a lot of racing action and a deserved winner. Shups deserved his victory. And let's see how the season will go on, how things will go down the wire. Thanks for being with the Redline Racing community for this season start. I will be back with the Monday Racing League on Monday evening around about 8 PM of UK time on my stream right here. Thanks for being with us. Stay safe in these times and keep racing.